makeup is darker than my neck. That's because I'm too lazy to go get new foundation. And I feel like I'm 14 wearing this shirt. Reminds me of DJ from Roseanne, I'm telling you, man. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Halloween Happy, where Halloween is more than just once a year. So real quick, I just wanted to do a little update video, I guess, on what I've been doing the past 4 weeks. I did take a little break. I've gotten some messages on Instagram and Facebook hoping that I'm okay because I've been quiet and they just want to know that I'm okay. I made a commitment to myself that I needed to invest more time in taking care of myself. So that's what I've been doing the past few weeks. I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully it will help you. I feel like it will help me, so that's what we're doing in this video. Today I'm talking about being healthy, missing my nachos. I'm just going to share a few of my tips, I guess. You guys are probably like, where's the Halloween video at, man? I've never done a video like this, so if I just sound like I'm rambling, off topic, like I don't know what I'm talking about, that's because I really don't. What has worked for me in losing a little bit of weight. So just to put a disclaimer out there, obviously I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionist or anything like that. I'm just making a video on what I've done, what's worked for my own body. Something might work different for yours. At the beginning of this year, guys, I made a commitment to myself that I need to go back and try and be healthier. That means not having nachos 3 times a day. I remember like at the beginning of the month, I had posted on my Instagram story that it had been 2 weeks since I've had nachos. I got messages, people were like, why are you giving up nachos? Or that's not that long of a time to not have nachos. I even went out with Alicia to dinner a few weekends ago. She's like, how long has it been since you've not had nachos? I said, girl, like 2 weeks. She laughed at me because she was like, that's not very long. What you guys don't understand is that's all I would eat. I would have nachos probably at least twice a day, if not once a day, every single day. Pretty much my diet would consist of chips and cheese. If it's from the store or from a fast food restaurant, like that's all I would eat. It's just chips and cheese, nachos. Like it was becoming too much. So 2 weeks at the time was a really long time considering I would have nachos every day on a daily basis. Well, I'm gonna try and go without having nachos, try and give up like soda. I don't really drink too much soda. It's just like if I crave it every once in a while, then I'll drink it. I'm just gonna stop rambling and then I'll tell you guys why I started doing these things. The first tip that worked for me was finding healthy foods that I loved. I do love vegetables, I do love fruit. Foods that looked really good to me, I would look on Pinterest to see like a healthy version of it, make note to myself to grab those items and then try and make what I saw on Pinterest. Just really easy. And I mean like just grill some vegetables and call it a day. If you have a favorite vegetable, for instance, or fruit, look up recipes that include that. It is easy for me to just go ahead and cook a bunch of vegetables. I'll have that Tupperware of vegetables pretty much for the next few days, so that way I know that I'm gonna be eating it, and then I'll like bring in a salad or bring in spaghetti squash with it, like some veggie protein substitutes. The next tip that also worked for me, eating while not being distracted. For instance, when you eat your meals, don't watch TV, don't watch your favorite show, just sit at my counter and then I'll just eat my meal by myself. I have a planner, so I'll also like work on my planner while I'm eating. I am kind of distracted when I do it, I guess. It's not like watching TV, because when I watch my favorite show, I just want to keep eating and eating because the show's on, so then my brain's like, well, you gotta keep eating. Next tip that I really liked was eating on smaller plates. I'm sure you guys have heard this. It really does help because obviously if you have a big plate, you're gonna want to fill it up, just kind of keep my portions in check. You can always go back if you want more food. This next tip I really love. Definitely recommend getting a water bottle. For me, I like getting large ones, that way I don't have to fill them up every few gulps that I'm drinking. The one that I have now is like really big. It's humongous, big as my head. Carry it around with you all day. When I'm working, I usually just drink, fill it up, drink, fill it up. The one thing I hate about drinking water is I have to go pee like every 2 minutes. It's insane. And even since it's been cold, for some reason that makes me have to urinate even more. So what I do is I'll try and drink the majority of my water in the morning / early afternoon. By the time it's bedtime, I'm not getting out of my bed every 2 minutes to go to the bathroom. The only thing I've been drinking is just water, green tea, and then black coffee. Next tip that I really loved is eating breakfast. I remember a long time ago, every time I woke up, I would not eat breakfast just because it made my stomach sick, felt nauseous every time I would eat breakfast in the morning. During like this past 4 weeks and before, I've noticed that if I don't eat breakfast that day, when I go to work, I usually won't have anything, and then by the time I come home, I'm like starving. My brain wants me to have all of this junk food, all of this fast food, even if it's just like oatmeal, fruit, and then I'll usually do like veggie sausage or veggie bacon. Just as long as I can get something. It doesn't have to be a lot because usually I'll try and have like a snack 2 hours after breakfast. So my next tip would be to not eat out as much as possible. If you do go out, I mean, definitely try to pick the healthier options. Like if I go out, I know that I'm probably not going to pick the best option for myself. Chips, queso, tequila, give it to me, man. Plus you'll save money too. So this goes along kind of with my last tip. Cut out alcohol if you can. My favorite thing to drink is tequila, and then I also like who makes it? Is it Bud Light? They make their different margaritas like in the little cans that are packed with sugar. Every time I drink, it just makes me feel really blah. Usually I don't like to drink every weekend. I think I read somewhere that it takes like 72 hours for your body to process alcohol. That just makes me feel like I'm living in the past. By the time everyone else is doing their workout, they've been healthy for like 2 or 3 days, my body's still trying to process the alcohol that I just had a few days ago. Of course, like when I drink, then I want fast food, I want junk food. Like if you have a snack and I'm drinking, I will constantly eat. It gives you the munchies. Next morning you wake up, I need to get something unhealthy to help me feel better because I drank too much last night. Everyone says this for the next tip. Don't have anything that's tempting in your fridge. Like if there's candy in my fridge, I'm gonna eat it. If there's Doritos in the cabinet, I'm gonna eat it. I have no self-control when it comes to that. If I really want it, then I'll just have to drive out to go get it. That's just too much work. I'm a late night snacker. Like sometimes I'll wake up, it's really weird, 3 o'clock in the morning, just kind of like be sleeping, but go to the fridge and I'll just like stand there and eat whatever's in there. I've been trying to keep like just little cut up vegetables and fruits. If I do snack, usually it's like 4 grapes that I'll eat and then I'll just go back to bed. The next one is probably not the most favorite thing everyone likes to do. That is exercising. When you are starting your journey, exercising just seems so daunting. So usually I'd be like, well, let me just eat healthy for a few weeks, kind of shed what I can, and then I'll start working out because I'm like, oh, it's so heavy, I can't even do anything. This sounds really small and it sounds like very simple, like it's not enough, but I made a promise to myself to be active for 30 minutes every single day. And by active, I don't mean like getting up, doing my normal daily routine workout, even if it's just 30 minutes, even if it's 30 minutes. Usually once I'm at that 30-minute mark, I'll go beyond that. What I've been doing recently is P90X, a video every day for 30 minutes. They have it like jam-packed so that way the 30 minutes actually makes it worth your time. Then I've also looked on YouTube at different exercise videos that interest me, like cardio boxing, cardio weight training, just something that will get me to move and get my heart rate up. I tried to link a few of my favorite YouTube videos down below because they're ones that I do very, very often. I think you guys would think that they were fun. And then after I've worked out, I usually work on my stretching. I just really missed my flexibility that I had, so I'm trying to get that back as well. I think this is my last tip. Find motivation that is deeper than something like, for instance, oh, I want to be skinny for an event that's coming up, and just maybe not something that's so superficial. If that works for you, great. But for me, I knew that that wasn't going to work. Really have been trying to like take care of myself, self-care, all of that stuff. Sometimes life isn't the easiest or whatever, but I know that if I'm taking care of myself, at least I have control over that. At least I feel good about that. Working out helps with like stress and depression and anxiety and all of that stuff. Like my main goal is just to take care of myself. I can lose weight, that's awesome. I just want to be able to take care of myself, take care of like my soul and my body and my mind. So that is pretty much my motivation. They always say it's never going to last if you're trying to do it for someone else or do it for the wrong reasons. And I never understood. I'm like, well, tell me, like, how are you getting motivation? Like, I need someone to tell me so it'll just click in my brain. I just want to try and be healthy for my mental health. When I'm in a bad mood, it affects my hobbies, affects work, pretty much anything. I feel like if I feel good about taking care of myself, then I'm gonna feel good in other areas. Do you know what I mean? Pretty much those are my tips, guys, that have helped me. And they say that the first month is the hardest. Sometimes when I look back, I'm like, wow, that only seemed like it was 2 weeks. And sometimes when I'm missing nachos, I'm like, wow, it seems like it was 800 days. I've been using my MyFitnessPal, logging my meals. Not that I'm really counting my calories. That way I can see the food that I'm eating, putting into my body. I'm a list person. Like, I like checking things off. I like seeing what I'm getting done. So that helps with me. I will go in my planner and like write everything down that I'll need to do, like my meals and exercise and water. And I never thought I would make a video like this. I always want to, or like say, hey guys, I'm trying to be healthier. And I feel like it would hold me accountable. But then in the past, like I would always know I'm gonna fail. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna have nachos. I'm not giving them up for good, guys. It's just not having them every single day. This is just what's worked for me and kind of where I've been. I haven't been too active on social media or making my videos because I knew that this was going to be something that I needed to put all of my attention and my focus towards. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's not too rambly by the time I edit it. I'm hoping, of course, that it is something that I can carry on. This is what you have to do to take care of your body for the rest of your life. Like, it's insane. It's just like, let's not think about it because then now it's overwhelming. This is another little weird thing that helped me, like doing my hair every day, doing my makeup, getting dressed, even if I'm working from home that day, feel better about myself and I'm taking care of myself. And that leads into everything else for that day. The video is probably horrible, but I just wanted to share that with you. If you guys have any self-care, healthy tips, put them in the comments below so everyone else can see them, and then that way I can see them too. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. My Halloween heart would really appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe if you want. Just don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which I will try to do more posting on that. It's Halloween Happy. Then I also have a Facebook page, which is Halloween Happy as well, and it would mean so much if you could check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this video finds you having a Halloween happy kind of day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.